I mean, I do have a joke, but it's a little dirty joke, so I won't tell it. That's for you, basically. But now let's take a look. Are these your slides?
These are my slides.
Do you feel comfortable?
No, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Should I keep standing here or go back?
No, you can go back.
Good.
Ready for the future and go!
How many images do you think you scroll through on Facebook or Instagram every day? So take whatever numbers in your head and compare it to 45,000. Because that is the number of images a single radiologist is responsible for interpreting every single day. And this number is only increasing, which is really inconvenient considering the global radiologist shortage. And making matters even worse is that as new treatments arise, diagnosis becomes more complex. So much so that a radiologist can spend up to 20 minutes just searching for information to help them diagnose difficult cases. So you have less people doing more work and more complexity. So that's a recipe for delays, missed findings, and high expenses. And that's why we at ContextFlow have developed a 3D image-based search engine for radiologists to help them improve their workflow and diagnose difficult cases. You simply select a region of interest in any scan, and we immediately show you reference cases based on visual disease pattern detection. At the top, we show you the 3 most frequently cited findings from these reference cases, and link it all to reference information useful for our diagnosis, literally putting everything in one place that a radiologist needs to diagnose a difficult case, and it's within seconds. Plus, we can tell them which patients we know have disease patterns detected automatically to help them prioritize. So we decrease that time to search, maximize the resources that they do have, and help them reduce costs. We're clearly in a high-growth market. That means there's a lot of players. But what really sets us apart is that we offer a very general solution. So we're searching 19 disease patterns and counting, and our AI will work for any type of scan or any type of organ. Plus, radiologists really like us. We help them diagnose difficult cases, but we leave them in the driver's seat. Now, our future business model includes direct sales to hospitals and clinics with a focus on recurring revenue, as well as integrations with the software systems that house medical images. We already have 4 integrations in place and 1 distribution contract. I said future because we're currently launching our first 7 proofs of concept with our partners in the next few weeks. We're based in Vienna, and our team of 15 includes leading AI and medical imaging experts with over 40 years of experience. And our international advisory board includes the current president of the European Society of Radiology. What we're working on right now is finalizing our CE certification in the next few months, expanding to other organs and modalities, and launching those POCs as I mentioned. And what we're asking for is 500,000 euros to help us complete those next steps. I'm Julie with ContextFlow, revolutionizing radiology workflows. Thank you.
So, who will ask the next question? Let's see, let's start the jury randomizer. Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, this is killing me. Oh, it's Amy. Hi there.
Does this work? First of all, very brave to be doing the first pitch, although I guess you didn't really have a choice in that. Love the presentation. I would love to understand a little bit more about your unit economics, because I've worked with software companies that have sold to hospitals before, and if you have a direct sales motion into hospitals, that's a pretty large fixed cost of sales. And so, what is the sales price per unit, and then do you sell by seats? And also, do you sell both top down to the hospital and also bottoms up, sort of organically through radiologists and the community radiologists? So I think 2 different questions. But
okay, I'm going to try and remember all of those. Yes. So in general, we are selling So for our hospital partners, we're still finalizing pricing, but a general pricing model would be that they would pay €1 per scan automatically for the optimizing feature, and €1 per scan for just the general search engine, so that's €2 per scan. Plus we would have a basic installation cost, and then yearly recurring revenue that's a percentage of that installation cost, plus the number of scans that they're running through the system. We don't want to base the pricing on like the number of beds, for example, because private radiology centers don't have beds. And you also don't want to base it on basically the workspace, because maybe then they only put your software on one. So we're trying to come up with a good way to determine approximately how many patients they see a year, and we would base pricing off of that. But to be honest, the bigger money is probably with those integrations with the PACS and the other distributed partners, because they just have more reach. And of the 4 integrators that I mentioned, that represents 23% of the global market already. And as we meet more doctors in network and they ask for our solutions, they push their PACS and they ask for that, and then we can help get our software into more distributors. I'm trying to remember if I didn't.
What the sales price, and then how much you're selling the product for?
In terms, I think you had asked about how much it costs us to sell it. So it's actually pretty inexpensive, and except for the normal cost of doing business of like hiring developers and doing that sort of thing. But on the site, it's just a matter of installing a virtual machine. So it's really not costing the hospitals anything or us, except for time once we have the solution built. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. Very helpful.
We do have time for one more question if you have a third one. I mean, don't feel obliged now just because I say.
Where are you currently in your in developing your pipeline, and where do you see the biggest challenges in early adoption, or also just selling?
Biggest challenges for AI is always finding highly curated, anonymized data, like really good quality data. And as I mentioned, so we're with those proofs of concept. The goal is to complete those in the next few months, and then have a product on the market by early next year.
Excellent, Julie. Give it up for Julie.
There is another thing that we haven't told you about. We are full of surprises. You will get some instant feedback from our jury, just like if you would do ice skating. They have little numbers in front of them. Yeah, and they will give you, by the way, for you, audience, this is not the final rating, okay? So this will not determine the final one. This is just a little piece of, making it fun. So please, dear jury, what is your rating? 1, 2, 3, go. Collect. You need to do that as well, yeah. You need to. You don't have numbers? Okay, then it's a 4. Good. 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. Okay, can we get more numbers for the jury, please? The maximum is 5, I think. Not 10, not 10. It's either 5 or 6. I think it's 5. Good. Before we embarrass ourselves too much, let's just give Julie one final applause.